Hey, here at the Intercontinental Bali, this beautiful, beautiful location for this week's Friday questions. So, Ed sent me a question asking what's the best place for black men to travel. I decided to spin this a little bit, and I'm going to give you guys a list of my top five places that all black people should travel. And a lot of you guys aren't going to be too surprised with number one. By the way, this is in no particular order. But the first one is going to be Thailand. Um, Words can't express how phenomenal Thailand is. For whatever reason on YouTube, I've been seeing these few posts pop up saying the Thai people are racist. It's total bullshit. It couldn't be further from the truth. Classist? Probably. But racist? Nah. Especially towards African Americans. We get a lot of love in Thailand. Bangkok deserves more than a day. There are a lot of people who go to Bangkok only like spend a day or two there tops. Bangkok is its own destination. It's really one of my favorite cities on the planet. It's phenomenal. So go to Bangkok, enjoy a river cruise, go and hit the street food, catch a Muay Thai fight, go to Ekamai or Tonglo, which is a more upscale area. Think Soho, but with Thai food. The prices are phenomenal. You get some great wine over there. Also, hit the temples, of course. The Grand Palace, Wat Po. See the Emerald Buddha, the reclining Buddha. It's just phenomenal. I think one of the problems that people have with Bangkok is they usually go stay on Khao San Road, which is the devil. Khao San Road is quite possibly the worst representation of tourism on the face of the planet. It's atrocious. So if you stay away from Khao San Road, you'll definitely have a good experience. I will recommend Shangri-La Hotel, which is on the Chao Phraya River, or Moat Sathorn, which is located a little ways out, but it's out near the embassies, where the U.S., British embassies, Aussie embassies over there, where you can get some suits made and tailored. A lot of jewelry tailors are over there. So yeah, so if you're going to stay there, stay tuned. Number two is going to be Colombia. Colombia has a really bad reputation still for whatever reason because of Pablo Escobar, the movie Blow. Colombia is not even close to what it used to be in the 1990s. After the death of Pablo Escobar and a bunch of narco raids, Colombia is quite possibly the best travel destination as far as coming from the U.S. now. It's close. Airfare is dirt cheap. You can get a flight on Spirit if you're brave enough to fly Spirit. You can get a flight for out of New York, 250 maybe, 250, 300 round trip. It's not too bad to get down to Colombia. I would highly recommend Medellin, Bogota, and Cali, three very different places. And it's something that African Americans will notice is a lot of dark Colombians. Well, that's because when slavery was abolished in the U.S., a lot of free slaves went south. So if you go to Brazil and El Salvador, or El Salvador, for example, you will see a lot of dark-skinned Brazilians. And it's the same with Colombia. You will see a lot of Afro-Colombian people. So we have a whole community of black folks in Colombia that speak Spanish. For us, the language barrier wouldn't be too difficult because a lot of our hip hop culture has a lot of Spanish influence. You have Fat Joe, now you have Pitbull coming through. You had Jennifer Lopez, Enrique Iglesias gets a lot of love from our people. So Colombia is definitely a great place. The beaches are phenomenal. Medellin, I love Medellin. The danger there is it's almost non-existent unless you do something really stupid. But yeah, definitely keep your hood wits about you. You're number three. Now, this may seem bizarre to you guys, but if you've read my blog, if you've seen other videos about me, you're going to know Romania. Romania is, in my opinion, the hottest destination in Europe right now. I was introduced to Romania last year, and I've since gone back 4 times. Romania is a fantastic country. Let me start with the affordability. The cost of traveling in Romania it's minuscule. There are very few countries that are as cheap and as wonderful as Romania. particularly Transylvania. Now, Bucharest, I could skip Bucharest. I got a special place for Bucharest because I have friends there. But Bucharest, you can fly in, spend a day tops, do a walking tour. You've seen everything you really need to see in Bucharest. Go to Transylvania, Sibiu, Sighișoara, Merias, Alba Iulia, Cluj-Napoca. Absolutely fantastic. Transylvania should be its own country, honestly. The natural landscapes, the language, the food, the palinka, which is a plum brandy, get you thrown like a vat. I mean, I'm talking 60% alcohol shots. It's bananas there. The people, the Romanian people are some of the most welcoming and accommodating people I've ever been around. And I highly recommend anybody who wants a very, very unique experience to go to Romania. You won't regret it. Please get there before the Romanians figure out how great it is and decide to put a resort up everywhere. Okay, this last one, this next one is maybe a bit of a surprise. Number 4 is the UK. I mean, it's one of those easy destinations to get to for Americans. You can get really cheap flights on Norwegian Airlines out of JFK, out of Fort Lauderdale, and out of LAX. You can get to London Gatwick for around $250 one way. So a round trip ticket will cost you about $500, $550, but you have to pay attention. While I would definitely say London is one of those must-see places. Initially, I hated London. I have to be honest. I really hated London because I found that the people there were very rude, very rush, like an arrogant version of New York. But this most recent trip, I really had a different opinion of it because I was there with some locals. I started to notice that the rude, pushy people that you see in London aren't actually Brits. They're expats who are there from India, from the United States, from Germany, from Scandinavia, from South America. The actual Brits are cool as hell, especially to African Americans. I mean, just nothing but love. Some of the really cool places that you need to see in London in particular. Now go down to the East End, Greenwich, and Camden. The East End is where you're going to find that Bangladeshi curry. Oh man, best curry in the world outside of India. Then you can go over to Greenwich, where the Greenwich median is, the timeline. It's more of a laid back area. A lot of decent wine bars. They have decent Jamie Olivers over there. You can walk under the river. They have a tunnel. You can walk under the river. It's a really cool little area. Not too expensive. Right on their tube line. So the overground line. It's really nice. And Camden. My God. I've spent many inebriated nights in Camden Town. Camden Town has a really cool street food culture in the middle of the city, which will give you an opportunity to kind of get a little bit of Thai food, get a little bit of African cuisine, some jerk chicken if you want it, a little bit of everything with some great prices. I mean, it really is street food prices. And if you're just going to do London, definitely take some trips to Oxford or Cornwall, or outside of London. The UK is a big place, Sarah's. So the flights, the trains can get a little pricey, but I definitely guarantee it's worth the train travel around the UK if you can afford it. And the last one is a place that actually caught me off guard. Number 5 is going to be Turkey. Now, when I was in the military, I was stationed in Turkey in the south, and I hated it for a year. But back then, it was at the height of the war, and every time there was any kind of uprising or protest or disturbance, which is really common in Turkey, the base shut down and we couldn't go anywhere. So most of my time I was stuck on base. This last trip that I went back, I stayed there for about 6 weeks and really got to know Turkey. And to date, one of my best photo essays is from Turkey. It's the food, the culture, the people, the weather. It's phenomenal. I would recommend, of course, Istanbul. I would say Istanbul within the next 5 to 10 years, it's going to be one of the most important cities on the planet. So go now. It's really a East meets West clash. You have a lot of traditional Muslim culture with a lot of Judeo-Christian culture mixing in. You have a conservative vibe, but then you also have the liberal vibe from the youth coming in, and they don't necessarily hit a conflict. They kind of complement each other, which is really special. The food is phenomenal. Just the fruits and vegetables off the street are so fresh. You just won't believe that it's in Turkey, because for me, in my head, even before I was stationed there, when I thought Turkey, I thought desert. I thought just a wasteland. Absolutely not. Istanbul is phenomenal. I would recommend, while you're there, take a river cruise and check out their military museum. It is quite impressive. It's nice. Some trips that you could take outside of Istanbul, obviously Ankara, the capital. You could go down to Cappadocia and take a balloon ride over the Chimney Rocks, which is stunningly beautiful. And you could also go to Izmir if you want to get a little tanny. And a quick note: you can take a ferry from the coast of Turkey over to Greece. So if you're doing a round the world trip, it may behoove you to do that. So to wrap it up, all 5 of these locations are phenomenal for everybody to travel, just not African Americans. But as African Americans, these are places where you're not going to get that huge culture shock, and they're definitely easy to get around. So you have the opportunity to really get to know the people, get to know the culture without having to worry about racism, or if people are going to look down on you, if people are going to try to rob you or cheat you. All 5 of these places, you're going to relatively be treated just like everybody else, with the exception of Asia, where a lot of people are going to want to take pictures with you, and they're really going to reach out to you to try to kind of understand who you are a little more, particularly because African Americans don't largely travel to Asia. So, but that's a whole nother video. So I hope you guys have a good weekend. I'll catch you later, and be safe.